back in it, baby.
Do you guys need MUT coins to buy those awesome players? Well, visit dvdj.com. New prices up, the cheapest, fastest, most reliable MUT coins in all of the community. Use code JTibbs for 10% off your purchase.
Yo, what is going on, guys? JTibbs TV back at it again with another video. You guys see it. We have a JTibbs tips episode, I think 4. You guys have been really supportive of the series, so I'm gonna bring it to y'all. Today, I'm gonna be breaking down the 5-2 and how to run it properly this year. I know last year everyone loved running it, but I'm gonna be showing you guys how good it is and to see how fast and effective it is at stopping the pass and the run as well. I am in the Carolina Panthers defensive book. First off, I want to show you guys how to run this if your opponent is just spamming, and I mean spamming 5 out. This is probably one of the dumbest things you can do versus this because the pressure gets in so easily. Now my formation subs I've made, I have Tack McKinley at the other end. I have Vic at the other end. I have my guy Deion Jones and Olukun, whatever his name is. Both have, 89 plus speed, 88 plus speed, I guess. So good enough to blitz and good enough for coverage. The play where you're universally going to be using is, like I said, out of the 5-2, and it is the fire zone 2. Now against players who like to send 5 out when they pass a lot, you can send this type of pressure. Now we're going to go doubles and sail where we have all 5 routes going out. What we're going to do is we're going to baseline spread our D-line and crash out. Now there's no need for contains because what the contains will do is they will go ahead and get sucked into the offensive lineman. So you're going to stand in this gap. I like standing in the opposite gap of the running back. And you guys see right there, we actually got a B gap there that time. Usually that doesn't happen. You'll get someone off the edge. So again, baseline spread D-line crash out, and that's it. And what I like to do is I usually like to draw his attention right there for a second to where our 5-man heat is going to come in consistently every single time. Now what if they block a running back? Again, same thing. You're going to baseline spread your D-line out, crash out, and we're going to blitz all our linebackers. And what this is going to do is this is going to create a concept to where our offensive line is going to have to choose whether they want to take the guy coming off the right side or they're going to take the free guy coming off the left side. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and stand in this gap right here, and I'll go ahead and back off again. This time we actually got 2 players in, which does happen occasionally. Still though, I like to send it the same way as I'd regularly send it. And the nice thing about this is you don't have to engage whenever they block a running back. You can actually go ahead and just man up your user on the running back. And if you want, you can move them, but that kind of, in my opinion, gives it away to where it makes it very, very easy to go ahead and, pick it up or at least know who they're using. You want them to, not really know who you're using. Also, what I like about this blitz is the fact that you can go ahead and actually contain, and this thing will come in a little bit better if you do send 5 again, or excuse me, 6. But the 5-man pressure with just the linemen, you want to go ahead and make sure that you are not containing because they're going to go ahead and assume responsibility on the play. As you guys see right there, kind of messed it up. I meant to, get chip blocked right there. But again, that's the risks that come with, going ahead and sending that many people because you're going to go ahead and attach the lineman who's going to have to engage with you, and then you're going to go ahead and most likely get chip blocked, maybe, get flipped like that, and the middle of the field's wide open. So again, make sure when they are blocking a running back, you just hover in this gap for just a split second, and you guys cover the middle because the middle is going to be wide open. Again, he does have a lot of time in the pocket there, but you're going to get really good pressure in a game. Now, people ask me, JTibbs, how would I defend a max protect? Because that's mainly what a lot of people want to do versus this. Well, what I like to do is I'll spread my D-line baseline, and what I'll do is I'll crash my line out, and then I'll blitz all my linebackers. Now, I'll leave them like this. You can contain if you want, but it's up to you. I'm going to leave them as is. Now, I like to press, and again, you guys can make sure that that linebacker can go in the box. Again, it does come in a little quicker if he's off the line right there, so I'll move him back. And again, if they max protect and they do something like this, you guys got to make sure you're always using your zones to your abilities. Again, you're going to use this guy. You can go ahead and stand in the gap if you're sure they're passing. It's up to you. But again, right there, I'll go ahead and stand in that gap right there, and you're going to get really, really good sheds. Obviously, our B's wide open, but I'd go ahead and guard him with my user. Completely up to you. Again, pinch D-line, spread them, and you guys can go ahead, and if you want, you can go ahead and contain it. Again, it's up to you. I wouldn't recommend it because it does make it a little bit sus, especially when you press, because what they're going to go ahead and do is they're going to go in those gaps that they're supposed to fill, and it's going to be a really, really annoying time for you guys to have to go ahead and really run this defense if they get all blocked, because then this coverage defense isn't too really good. As you guys see right there, we end up having really, really good pass defense. Again, tries to get it off the B. We end up screaming right there, making it very hard. But again, what I like about this defense is the fact that you can actually go ahead, and if you want, you can go ahead and press them right here. I like getting them in the gap there. This is only if you don't spread your D-line, contain, and what you can do is something like this. As you know, you guys are going to see right here, it's going to be very hard for them to go ahead and find an open receiver when we go ahead. Even if they do max protect, they're going to have a tough time, because again, you are going to have someone shedding up the middle. That's just how this defense is, and we screen pretty easily versus this max protect, and it makes for an easy, really easy stop on our end. You guys know I have to show you the run defense out of this, because without run defense, this defense would be terrible. You would just get a runner on you and you'd be screwed. Now again, I come out in the fire zone. Sometimes I'll come out in the cover 3. It just depends. I like coming out in the fire zone. Now if they do try to go under center and they do try to stretch you, for a good gain, something like that, I don't know, we'll go ahead and find a stretch right here. We're running off tackle. So if they do that, again, I'll always baseline. You guys can if you want, versus a compressed set. I always like to not. So I'll spread my D-line, pinch my linebackers. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is the side I think the run is going, I'm going to crash my line that way. So obviously go to the right. And then what I'm going to also go ahead and do is I'm going to move these guys in the box and use one of these guys right here. What you can go ahead and do if you want is you can blitz both those safeties. Obviously, you guys would have to man up the outside guys. But what that's going to do on stretches is that's going to make it very hard for you to run on. And you guys see Keanu O'Neal comes screaming through. Now, what I always tell people is if you sense a stretch is coming or something to the outside, always go ahead and blitz that. Make sure they're on their butts, obviously, but go ahead and just blitz that safety to that side. There's no point in blitzing this guy if the run's not going to that direction. So again, we snap the ball, and you guys see we're able to get out there with our user. Obviously, that was a really, really bad pursuit angle as he ended up getting a touchdown. But again, you want to make sure that you spread your line, pinch your linebackers, and then bring them in the box on their butts. And again, as long as he has that inside angle right there, you guys are fine. Again, right there, that's the defense. You guys are going to see we're going to go ahead and able to get out to the outside, and boom. So if Keanu O'Neal can't get out there, we'll definitely be good at getting out there with our other user. Now, using the cover 3, I like to use it against trips tight end, spread, that kind of thing. Although it is pretty risky doing this, I'd go ahead and just make sure you guys have a backup plan. Now, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and with this safety, I'll put him in a spy, I'll shade underneath, and I'll go ahead and user the opposite guy. And this is only if you're sure they're running. Like say it's 3rd and 1 and they've shown you they'll run on that type of down. Go ahead, put them in a spy, and you guys are going to see that the run is virtually non-existent versus a pass defense, kind of like this. As you guys see, again, baseline out of cover 3. You guys can spread your D-line if you want. You can pinch your linebackers. And you guys see you can bring the opposite guy down in the box. It really is up to you. And you guys see that's kind of what it's looking like. So in case you don't want to get bombed deep and you want to leave that deep third, go ahead and bring him in the box. But again, you guys see I'm able to shoot that gap because of the spy taking responsibility for that guard right there. Again, you guys can also, if you want, it's really up to you. What I'll do a lot of the times is I'll move him in the box, I'll shade underneath, and I'll blitz him. So he's able to actually have a better angle at getting the ball carrier. As you guys see right there, running back has no choice but to cut it back since we overload that side. And the only thing that's going to save him really from a broken touchdown run is an arm bar to the face. So use this defense if you guys are looking to dominate pretty much mentally, I'd say, because again, this defense isn't super, good at like boxing 5 wide, that kind of thing. But if they go compressed sets, if they're giving you certain looks where you guys can go a 5 down lineman, because it will screw with a lot of people's reads, I would definitely recommend it, as the 5-2 hasn't really gone anywhere. Sure, it's been toned down a little bit since last year, but it's still a pretty dang good defense. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. That was really just me trying to show you guys that this popular defense isn't dead anymore. You can still run it. That's a different, style of defense, you guys aren't used to from last year, but still, this is a very good defense and is used generally to go ahead and attack weak offensive lines and people who like to send 4 or 5 routes out at a time. I appreciate you guys tuning into today's video, man. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Another episode of Mutt Torture is coming, so let me know in the comment section down below what player you guys would like to see me pick up on offense or defense for the series. So guys, I'm signing off. This is JTibbs TV signing off, and as always, peace.